What's up? This is Collin.
And I'm Nick.
We play in the band called Grayscale, and you're watching Antihero online.
There's Warped Tour 2018, Charlotte, North Carolina. How are you guys kind of holding up to the demand that Warped Tour is?
We're hanging in. It's definitely, we're in the middle of this 20-day consecutive stretch. I think today is day 19.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we have one more and then we have a day off.
Yeah, so today is day 19. We played our set at 11:15 this morning, and then it rained super heavily, and it's exhausting. But it's we're just this is our first Warped Tour and our last, so it's just we're so thankful to be here. So it's day 19 of 20 days straight. Everybody's dragging a little bit, but we're just ecstatic to be here. So it's all good.
And how do you guys feel being a part of this last iconic run of this tour?
It's everything we've ever wanted. I mean, I think I can speak for everybody in the band. Like when we got the offer, we were, I was in kind of disbelief in a good way. We're so genuinely excited and thankful to be here. It's something we grew up going to as kids. It's a reason a lot of us are even playing music right now. So.
And as musicians and fans of Warped Tour, what void do you think that Warped Tour is going to leave in its wake when it's gone?
To be honest, I have no idea. I know there's some rumors of like regional Warped Tour dates moving forward, and I would love to see that. I'm not sure exactly what's coming next, but it'd definitely be big shoes to fill for sure. I mean, this is something where we've made so many friends along the way. It's like truly a traveling family for the whole summer. It's awesome, and we've only been here for 1 year. I can't imagine people. There are bands here that have been doing this longer than I've been alive, so it's amazing.
And as fans and guys that have attended Warped Tour in the past, and now as a band that has played Warped Tour, what kind of memories are you going to carry with you once this whole thing is over?
I mean, so many positive memories for me. I don't know if you want to expand.
Yeah, I just think it's like from going, like personally, it's like the early to mid 2000s, starting off going, and now being on the other side of the barricade and playing is like, it's surreal. So I mean, it comes full circle when you're 13, 14, going to shows, seeing some of your favorite bands, meeting them, and then now it's like fans meeting you and freaking out about it. So it's just a crazy feeling, and it's cool to be a part of the last one. It's an opportunity we'll never forget. So it's been awesome.
And speaking of that kind of climbing over the barricade type moment, what was y'all's feelings the first time you stepped foot on the stage to play the first date of this tour?
It was in Pomona. Was the first date, and I don't know, because we have only as a band played 3 times outdoor, right?
Yeah,
Slam Dunk.
we haven't played festivals really. We've played Riot Fest Chicago and then Slam Dunk, in the UK.
And one of those Slam Dunk dates was indoors. We've only actually played we've been touring for about a year and a half now as a band, and we've only played outside 3 times max. So it was definitely cool. It was like this is what it's going to be like the next 40 days straight. Excuse me. But it was very cool. Yeah, it was an amazing feeling. I remember it was like Pomona has those mountains in the background. There were like all these little, like those little dinky propeller planes, whatever those things are, like just flying around in the distance. And I was like, it was awesome. It was a very cool moment. And it hit me then, like, wow, we're here. This is awesome.
And was it one of those we've made it moments?
I think for all of us a little bit, yeah. I mean, it's weird being in a band. It's like, as you go, you hit these milestones. Like this year, like my biggest dream as a musician was to play internationally, in like overseas at some point, and to play Warped Tour. And we've done both of those things in the last 6 months. Like just this whole beginning of 2018, we played in the UK 2 times, and then we just played Warped. So we've done everything I've previously wanted to do, and it's like, you get used to it in a way, but I think we all really try to make an effort to not just, get too comfortable with it. Like, we're doing this, doing that. Like, we try to really soak it in and, appreciate every moment, even though it feels like, we've made it, we've played it, we've made it, we've done Warped. It's like one thing at a time. We really try to appreciate and nourish.
Not take it for granted.
Yeah, exactly.
And y'all just released your debut album a little while ago. Looking at the album and looking at the music industry as a whole, what did you guys want to do with this record to kind of stand out from the crowd? Because I know nowadays anybody can get a Spotify, anybody could get on Apple Music and iTunes and all of that stuff. What made you guys different from everyone else?
I would just say, I mean, it's hard as an artist because it's like, you're just writing music that you like. But I think the one thing I would say that I like about our record Adornment, which we put out about a year ago now on Fearless Records, is that like the first 4 or 5 dates, first 4 or 5 songs are like pop rock. The middle's a little heavier. There's a couple ballads on it. So I think overall there's a lot of like diversity in terms of the sound, especially for like a first full-length record. So yeah, I think that's kind of just the way we write. Is like we don't write one specific type of music. We like to, and we take pride in the fact that we like to experiment and do all kinds of stuff that we like. We just write what we write, and it can be all over the place.
And how important is it for you guys as a band to have that creativity and be able to express yourself not only musically, but kind of emotionally in the songs as well?
Yeah, I mean, for me, as the primary lyricist in the band, it's definitely cathartic in a lot of ways. I read and write poetry almost every day. I write lyrics all the time, and it's just always was the way that I could express, kind of how I felt. I was always felt better writing things down than I did talking about it, and that was just kind of how I was raised. I didn't really talk about my feelings a lot, so that's kind of where it all comes out. And for me, it's very emotionally cleansing and rewarding, and to see people that feel the same way react the way they do when we play shows is like it's something like I don't think I'll ever get used to, seeing people sing the words and stuff.
And for you as the primary vocalist, does it give you, does it concern you a little bit that you're revealing too much of yourself at the same time?
Yes and no. It's weird because it's like, but I think, to be honest with you, the way that I'll write some things, a lot of the time I will tell a story. I'll tell a story the way I want to tell it, but I'll give people in the song different names. I'll use different kind of personification, like throughout a record we have different songs that kind of touch on really sensitive topics, but they have a lot of there's a lot of literary things I use to just kind of mask it, where I'm telling the story as raw as I can, but in a way that it comes off like a kind of a poetic, romanticized story. So yeah, I feel that way sometimes, but I think what I really love about writing lyrics, and for me, is always that challenge of telling exactly what I want to say, but saying it like in a beautiful way, even if it's like the most saddest story ever. You know what I mean? And that helps me express truly what I want to say, not hold anything back, because I know who the characters are. You know what I mean? I know the person that the song might reference something really obscure, and I know that obscure thing who it's about, and other people may not know exactly who I'm talking about in my personal life, but they may have someone in theirs they can relate it to.
That's the reason why we listen to music, is to find that release and have something that we can relate to.
Yeah, 100%. Yep.
And when Warped Tour wraps up, what's left for you guys? What are you planning on doing?
We're going to be touring nonstop. So we have another one coming up in the fall that we can't talk about too much yet, but we'll be back in the States again in the fall. And it's really just touring nonstop and for this the end of our record cycle. Just kind of pounding these songs out and getting them to people's ears.
Yeah. When we always write as a band, we always bounce ideas back and forth, intermittently throughout tours. But like Nick said, it's really just hitting the road as heavily as we can.
And one last thing is, when are you guys going to kind of make the decision to go back into the studio?
I don't know. I guess just when the time's right. You know what I mean? I mean, there will be a time where we'll feel comfortable and ready to go. And like I said, we're always working behind the scenes on stuff and hashing ideas out. But there will be a time where we'll go back for album number 2.
That's awesome, man. Is there anything that I left off that you guys would like to touch on?
I don't think so. Do you? No. I would just say thank you to Fearless, our record label. Thank you to Warped Tour for having us. Our fans. Warped can be hard when you're going 19 days straight and you're playing, but when you come out to a crowd who's welcoming and cheering, and they're so thankful that you're there, it makes things much easier. And I'm sure we appreciate that. Other bands appreciate that. We would be nothing without our fans. So thank you to them.
And where can everybody find you on social media?
So you can find us at Grayscale PA, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, our website grayscalepa.com or grayscaleband.com, Spotify, iTunes, all that stuff.